Hey, welcome to Into Red Room. I am here with, there we go. I am here with, I'll turn to the side to let y'all know I got here. I am here with Womb day 2. So basically it's just gonna be like 5 days or whatever of womb stuff or for this channel. So day 1 I was organizing and cleaning up things. Day 2 I'm basically going to talk about some health goals and my 100 days of Pilates challenge. So if you don't know, I started 100 days Pilates. I don't know if I started it around January, but earlier 2023. And essentially I was supposed to do 100 days of Pilates. So that did not go the way that I thought. It was a lot just going on. Anyway, I was getting my licensure. I had missed a few classes, and so I was just like, F it. So essentially, I didn't do 100 days of Pilates. I had switched it to 100 days of just like working out. That also didn't necessarily go the way that I thought. But as far as being active, I kind of was. So as far as gym workouts and stuff like that, no. Home workouts, not really. The basic thing that I did was like walk, which wasn't even around my neighborhood or anything like that. It was like at the mall. So it's like, yeah, I kind of low-key probably did 100 days of walking at the mall because I was at the mall like so much. But you know, 100 days of working out really wasn't a go. And I'm okay with that. I think that 2024, I am going to have to get on it because I am kind of starting to suffer from like, not joint inflammation at my knees, but my knee definitely, particularly my right knee, definitely I feel the weight of it. And so I'm going to have to start losing weight to kind of make sure that these joints down here, all of the joints, tendons, ligaments, everything that's attached down here is going to stay because I'm only 30. So I don't want that to kind of deteriorate any further. I'm a type 2 diabetic as well. And then also I have like PCOS and things like that. So I really need to get in control. So 2024 health goals and things like that. I do want to still pursue Pilates in 2024. Will I be able to do it like several times a week? Maybe not. Mainly because I now work as a massage therapist, so I kind of don't even want to do a lot of strenuous activity. Not that the massage that I'm doing is necessarily strenuous, but I mean, I am exerting myself, my body. So right now I kind of just don't want to do that, but I do want to put an effort into at least going to one class a week. There's that. I would like to also work on my diet. I kind of feel like the diet is the main thing. Now, I did lose weight in 2023 actually. And it's not through diet change or anything like that. It was through stress reduction from my last pharmacy technician job. So that job was extremely stressful, and I did find that I ordered a lot of food while I was there. I ordered a lot, I ate a lot of food, and my heaviest I've ever been is between 330, 350-ish pounds. And then when I started there, I kind of moved down to like 320, 330-ish, somewhere in there. And then before I started the job, this last pharmacy technician job, I had dropped down to like between 301 and like 307, 310 essentially. But I had gained back that weight while I was working at this job. And then another thing was I was always sick. I haven't been sick since I left that job. I mean, it's just like I got sick so much. Like I was there for like 15-ish months or something like that, and maybe like closer to 18, maybe, I don't know. I started in May of 2022, so May 2023 would be 12, June, July, August, September, October. So yeah, like close to 18 months. And in that 18-month span, like, one time wasn't really related to the job. It was food poisoning, but that was on the job. Like, I ordered food and got food poisoning. It was just like, it's like I kept getting sick. Like, I got sick around my birthday, recovered 2 weeks later, I got sick again, and then again, and then again, and then the end of the year, I feel like I had a bout of like the flu. Like, it was just like a lot going on. I was like always sick there. And when I left and went to my first massage job that I no longer work at now, like, it was an immediate difference. Like, I didn't eat as much. Like, I still eat a lot, but I don't eat breakfast because I'm not up anymore. So I'm up until all hours of the night, but I'm not up in the morning. So there's no point in me eating. Like, for the most part, my first meal of the day, which is usually trash, I ain't gonna lie, but my first meal of the day is like afternoon, evening. So I don't even eat anything until the evening, right? Like, and if I do eat something, it's like a palm full of food. Like, I'm not hungry, right? I'm not satisfying some, like, I guess, emotional need anymore. And so I don't have to eat like so much. There, I kind of felt like I was working, but I was also stressed, and I was kind of like very low vibration. So, and there was just the people that I was dealing with on a day-to-day basis, like the customers, were just toxic. People yelling at you, calling out your name, threatening you, threatening physical violence, threatening you after work. Like, that stuff wore on me a lot, and I thought I was gonna have to go on like blood pressure like medication or something like that, like, because I don't have high blood pressure, but it seemed like when I gone to the doctor, it raised like a little bit to where we were leaning into like a little bit of elevation, and I was like, oh fuck that, because I've never had high blood pressure. Even though I'm a type 2 diabetic, I've never had high blood pressure. I've always had low blood pressure. Like, it would be normal. If not normal, then it normally was low. So it was just kind of like, woo. And then again, I gained the weight back that I lost. So it was just like a relief to have lost that weight. And it really was the job. Like, I still have like 150, pounds to go, whatever. But really, that like 20-ish pounds, that little window was stress. And so I'm really grateful that I'm out of that situation, because I feel like I would be ordering a lot of food. And, another thing was money. My income drastically reduced, so it wasn't like I had all this money to spend on food anyway. But coupled with the fact that I work out, I do my massages, I eat after I'm done with those because I'm hungry after I've exerted my physical force. But I don't eat until much later in the day. I really feel like, and the stress reduction, I just lost the weight. So that was a good thing on my part. But I do want to change my diet. I am going to try and lean into, I want to eat out, but like eat out at like not formal restaurants where you gotta like dress up and stuff, but formal as in like not fast food. Like, you go in and you sit down and you have a meal, and it's like you can order and it gets brought out to you, things like that, like where you have to wait, versus, like, I've said this before, like, getting fast food and eating it in your car is such a vibrationally like sad experience, because it's just like you're eating in your car, you're usually scuffing it down, it's like it can be sloppiness galore. It's usually meant for you to not even have the dignity of eating at a table. It's the dignity of you're just eating in your car, and usually you're not thoughtfully eating this meal. You are en route somewhere So you're never really able to sit and have your meal and think about stuff. And the one thing with me is I do eat a lot of fast food, but I park and I eat. Like some people, you know, if I'm really in a rush, yeah, I like am rushing and eating. But it's kind of sad that some people never even have time to park and eat it. It's like the need to like go to a job or go somewhere, it's always en route. Like you never really thoughtfully get to sit down and eat and properly digest your meal. So I do want to change my diet as far as eating. I do want to adjust my eating habits, but I also want to eat in environments that are a little nicer where I can sit down and I can explore. I do want to explore food outside of my ethnic group. So I'm African American, so soul food is like a big thing. With that too, I want to start cooking soul food because I can cook. So I want to cook stuff from my own like culture, and that means I'm gonna have to really dive deep into soul food and what it means. Because for me, soul food is not just like fried and unhealthy. Like it can be quite healthy, and it's actually very vegetable based. It's not as meat based, especially if you talk to older generations. You'll learn that soul food, they didn't eat as nearly as much meat as we think. It's definitely not as on par with how much we eat as meat. It's rooted in a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruit, things like that. And so, yeah, I want to like kind of get into that swing, try recipes, buy cookbooks, do things like that, and actually cook. Because my ultimate goal is to host a Thanksgiving. Now, this would also mean that I need a home of my own to do it, but I do want to host a Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving in the US is just like a really big thing, and especially for African Americans, it's like a really big deal. And who gets to make what is like a really big deal culturally. So, like, certain people, like, it's known in the family that they're gonna make certain things. Like usually the top things would be like the mac and cheese, that's like the pinnacle, and then like the greens, like that's somewhere in there, the yams, candy yams, that's in there, and then like the turkey or the meat or whatever, somebody does that, and then the desserts. It's usually like several people who like are the masters, but they all master like one thing. So somebody masters like dessert, somebody masters like the meat, somebody just masters like the mac and cheese. That's his own little category. That's his own category. But yeah, so yeah, I want to dive into cooking soul food and like kind of working through food trauma, I guess, by doing that. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna order HelloFresh anymore. I was like thinking about that like one day because I saw like a ad or something like that run, but HelloFresh was just one of those things where it's just like it was very expensive. It was I feel like it was more expensive to order the box than it was to just go to the fucking grocery store. And the whole point of it was like to make it more convenient. I also found that like it was just such a bother for me to cook. Like, because it was just like it always would come, and then I would be like coming home from work, which is the pharmacy, and I just wouldn't feel like actually cooking. So I'm still not gonna give it a try. Like if I do, it's gonna be like maybe 1 or 2 boxes, but like it was very expensive, and I forgot to like cancel my stuff in time, so I was getting charged and getting boxes, and it just was like it was just building up in the refrigerator. So no mas, no mas. Other than that, what do you do? Pilates, eating, restaurant conscious cultural stuff, cooking cultural stuff. No more HelloFresh. I think that's as much as I'm going to do for my like health as far as that. Other things would be like more massage therapy. I want to try cryotherapy. I want to try acupuncture, acupressure, all of that kind of stuff. Ayurveda, maybe. Those things are important to me, especially massage. As a massage therapist, I don't want to be a massage therapist who doesn't treat themselves. I had a really good pattern of every 2 weeks, and then I quit my farm tech job to go to massage, and then lost that job. And so it's been like 3 months since I've gotten a massage, and I really want one desperately. So I'm going to try and keep that up as well. And then skincare, hair care, all that stuff. I need to like start reading up. But finances have been really tight on my end. But yeah, now that I'm building it back up, we'll start kind of going in that direction of stuff that I really want and making those things happen. So this is WUMAS Day 2, my kind of health updates, health goals. It's good to be back. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. What are your health goals? Let me know down below. I'll talk to you guys later for WUMAS 3. Take care. Bye.